What if your biggest distraction isn't your phone? What if it's the life you're trying to escape? You don't lose your attention when you open Instagram. You lose it before you pick up your phone.
You're listening to the Akinfemi on a Daily Show, where we believe in today's fast-paced world, investing in your overall well-being is the most important decision you can make. Join us alongside a variety of guests as we discuss topics empowering you to become the best version of yourself. Enjoy.
We're living in peculiar times. Between rising inflation and the pressure to perform, it's so easy to let anxiety take the driver's seat. I know the feeling. When you're carrying every goal, every worry, and every to-do only in your head. But here's the truth. Even when you feel like you've messed up, it is not the end of the world. That is exactly why I created the LDP bracelet. It's more than inspiration jewelry. It's a tool to center yourself. It's a stylish reminder that stays on you and with you at all times, moving the commitment to learning, doing, and progressing from just a thought in your mind to a physical weight on your wrist. We only have 28 pieces available in this limited run. If you need a physical anchor to keep you pushing through these times, go to the link in the show notes right below. Stop carrying it all in your head. Start wearing your progress.
Welcome to the Akinfemi on a Daily Show, TAOS. And as you may already know, we are exploring time wealth in this part of the season. We're not exploring it as another productivity hack. We're exploring time wealth because it's a way of living. It's not a way for you to squeeze more into 24 hours. Because real time wealth is not about having more time. Real time wealth is about having the wisdom to give your time to what matters the most. In the previous episode, we discovered that every season has an assignment. We learned that we don't need perfect balance. What we need is alignment. And this alignment puts us with what God has in store for us in the season we're in. But it leaves another question, ladies and gentlemen. If I know what matters most, why is it so hard to give it my attention? Why do we sit down to pray and end up checking our phones, everyday heroes? Why do we open our laptops to work and somehow find ourselves watching endless clips on social media 20 minutes after? Why do we finally have time with the people we love? Yet our minds are somewhere else entirely. For years, I thought distraction was the problem. For years, I blamed my phone, I blamed social media, I blamed notifications. But what if, everyday heroes, were blaming the wrong thing? What if we've been blaming the wrong thing all along? What if the biggest distraction isn't your phone? It's your pain. Today, we're going to explore one of the most important ideas that we have to talk about when we discuss time wealth. Because perhaps the cost of a distracted life isn't lost productivity. It's a life that quietly slips past while your attention is somewhere else. So as we continue, let's carry on by listening to an excerpt from my favorite book this year that I've read this year, Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Ngunian. Read by my favorite voice actor and hopefully yours, wifey for lifey, Senami. Enjoy.
We live in a world of thought, not reality. Each of us lives through our own perceptions of the world, which are vastly different from the person right next to us. An example of this is that you could be sitting in a coffee shop, having a quarter-life existential crisis, completely stressed out of your mind about how you have no idea what you're doing with your life when it seems like everyone else has theirs together, while the person next to you is happily enjoying their freshly brewed drink while peacefully people watching. You both are in the same exact coffee shop, right? Smelling the same aroma, surrounded by the same strangers, but how the world looks to both of you couldn't be more different. The meaning or thinking we give to an event is what determines how we ultimately feel about it. That meaning or thinking is the filter through which we see life from then on. Because of this, we live through a perception of reality, not in reality itself. The reality is that the event happened with no meaning, thinking, or interpretation of it. The root cause of our suffering is our own thinking. It's important to know that thoughts are a noun and aren't something that we do, but something we have. A thought takes no effort or force on our end. It is something that just happens. Thinking, on the other hand, is the act of thinking about our thoughts. This takes a significant amount of energy, effort, and willpower. Thinking is actively engaging with the thoughts in our mind. Thinking is the root cause of all our psychological sufferings. The moment we stop thinking is when our happiness begins. We are ever only one thought away from experiencing something different and transforming our entire lives at any moment through a state of no thought.
That's quite fascinating, isn't it? Have you ever noticed it in your own lives how two people can experience exactly the same moment and walk away with completely different realities? Like, one of us is seeing like, wow, that's so beautiful, yet another one is going through the most anxious time ever. One person is feeling very grateful, another person is like, man, my life is falling behind. Same place, same weather, same coffees, different worlds. Yeah, I really do enjoy that book, and I recommend it to everyone that's a part of this platform. But when you think about how you could be sitting in a coffee shop having a quarter life existential crisis, as Joseph mentioned, and yet how the world looks to you and the other person couldn't even be more different. That's so fascinating. It's so fascinating. Only the thinking changed. And when I read this part of the book, it struck me, maybe the greatest distraction in our lives isn't in our pocket, it's the one between our ears. We often blame phones, but before we picked up the phone, what happened? Our mind has left the chat, as they say. We weren't distracted by technology, we were distracted by thought. And if that's true, we need to ask an even deeper question. Why do we keep escaping the present? Why is it so uncomfortable just to be here? Near Eyal, whose work we got introduced to, author of Indistractable, he gives us one of the most profound answers that I've ever read. Here's me reading an excerpt from his book, Indistractable. Pay attention. At first, I didn't want to believe the inconvenient truth behind what really drives distraction. But after digesting the scientific literature, I had to face the fact that the motivation for diversion originates within us. Most people don't want to acknowledge the uncomfortable truth that distraction is always an unhealthy escape from reality. Whether prompted by internal or external triggers, the resulting action is either aligned with our broader intention, which is traction, or misaligned with distraction. If we accept this fact, it makes sense that the only way to handle distraction is by learning to handle discomfort. Time management is pain management. Evolution favored dissatisfaction over contentment. Our tendencies towards boredom, negativity bias, and hedonic adaptation conspire to make sure we never are satisfied for long. This dissatisfaction is responsible for our species' advancements as much as its faults. It is an innate power that can be channeled to help us make things better, but if we don't understand it, it becomes the maker of our modern struggle. Distraction costs us time, and like all actions, they are spurred by the desire to escape discomfort. We don't check our phones because of a notification, we check them to escape a moment of boredom, stress, or uncertainty. And only by understanding our pain can we begin to control it and find better ways to deal with the negative urges that pull us away from our lives.
Ideas that completely change the way I think about attention. Another one we need to discuss is attention residue. Simply means, for instance, let's look at it like this. Imagine you're writing an important proposal and you're finally getting like deep thought, and then your phone buzzes. I can imagine if you're anything like me, you tell yourself, I'll just check this one message. 10 seconds. That's all now. Then you reply, lock your phone, and return to work. Yeah, that's what you think you say. That's what you do, right? Think to yourself. But something interesting happens. Your body is back at your desk, but your mind is still thinking about that message. Did he reply? Did I send another one? What do you mean by that? The part of your attention actually never came back. That everyday here is what we call attention residue.
The movie I would be recommending for what to watch is The Three Body Problem. It's a science fiction series that's much more about aliens and space. It's a story about humanity, survival, and the difficult choices people make when faced with an unimaginable future, right? And one of the biggest lessons I learned and I took away is that practically humanity's greatest strength isn't just intelligence, rather, because I know what sets us apart from other animals is practical intelligence, but it's the resilience and cooperation and the willingness to fight even when our future looks uncertain. It's a show that explores how fear, ambition, pursuit of knowledge can shape destinies of civilization. It also reminds us of the choice we make today has consequences that will last for generations, and it's kind of applied some real world problems. I think the three body problems is still kind of it's a science problem that applies today. So it was definitely enjoyable for me. What I enjoyed the most is like the series doesn't just hand you the answers. I don't think you get to predict what's coming until it actually happens. I definitely loves the plot twist. It challenges you to ask questions about morality, trust, and sacrifices. Yeah, and humanity's place in space and the universe, because the space is another place that haven't been explored enough, and I believe it also raises questions about this kind of things, and it makes you really reflect and ponder. My personal rating is 9 out of 10. I definitely love the mystery, the world building, the bold idea it explores. The only reason why I will rate it a perfect score is like the spacing can be slow at times, especially in the first 3 to 4 episodes, but it picks up really quickly, and it really gives you a run for your money. I mean, it's definitely worth your time.
Learning this has actually changed my life. I plan my days to be Indistractable, and so I just batch my messages to be sent and received at certain times, because I know the cost of that distraction, even though it just seems like one message. I'm not perfect yet, but I'm so sure that it helps versus if I was picking every message that popped on my phone, especially with those notifications. So every time we switch attention, we leave a piece of ourselves behind. I know you know what I mean. You definitely resonate. Sometimes it can happen as many as 20 times a day. Fun fact, in the off season, it's not even that long ago, to be honest, about 3 weeks ago, I decided I was going to respond to every WhatsApp message that came on my phone that day. If you can guess how many messages I responded to that day, if you were to guess, what would you guess? I'll give you 5 seconds before I say what it is. Okay. You don't have to get the right figure. This is it 10, 20, 100, 50. Okay. Yeah. For me, it was 22 messages on WhatsApp. And by evening time, I was like, when person will be call center, when I know customers experience, why would I, just as a normal person on my personal WhatsApp, respond to 22 messages? And not just respond, you mean actual interactions. Yeah, that's just wild. This was mentally exhausting. So bringing it back to what we're talking about, like it's no wonder we feel mentally exhausted, not because we've not done meaningful work, but because we scattered our attention into hundreds of tiny pieces. It's like trying to read a book. Or someone interrupts you every 2 minutes. Eventually, you just stop reading deeply. You simply just survive the interruption. Like, perhaps, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's why so many of us end that day saying, I was busy all day, but yet struggle to answer one simple question. What actually mattered today? Everyday heroes, we've spoken about the world of thought. We've spoken about pain management. We've spoken about attention residue. I hope you liked it. I hope you found it informative. But it doesn't stop there. Let me invite you. This is your invitation, your personal invitation from Akinfemi to do something very simple. Not tomorrow, right now, right now. Let's get it. Let's perform a quick attention audit. Here's the one to start with. Question 1. Where has your attention been living lately? Where has your attention been living lately? Has it been living in the past? Is it in the present, which is good? In the here and now? Is it in last year? Is it into tomorrow? So pause and answer that. Question 2. What discomfort are you trying to escape? What discomfort are you trying to escape? Because if distraction is an escape, then every distraction has an address. Could it be uncertainty? Could it be loneliness? Could it be boredom? Is it fear? Is it grief? Maybe just silence that comes when notifications stop. Whatever it is, name it. Because what remains unnamed usually remains out of our control. Question 3. What deserves your full attention this week? Everything does not require your full attention. If you haven't listened to the last 2-3 episodes, I recommend that you check those out. The dimmer switch is a fantastic concept. Understand the season you're in, it's a fantastic concept. More than a concept, a way of living. So what deserves your full attention this week? It's not everything does. It's just that one thing. That one thing. That one prayer. That one act of rest. That one moment with your family. Because attention, like time, is finite. Every time you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. My economics students can remember opportunity cost. Exactly. Opportunity cost of your holistic wealth. So choose intentionally, because before you pick up your phone tomorrow, before you open another tab, before you say yes to another commitment, pause. Ask yourself one question. Is this pulling me toward the life I want or away from it? Traction moves you toward your values. Distraction moves you away from them. Traction moves you toward your values. Distraction moves you away from them. And the beautiful thing is that you get to choose. One decision, one moment, one day at a time. Because time wealth isn't built in a weekend, it's built one intentional moment at a time.
Before we go, if this episode challenged you, don't let it end there. The Time Wealth Toolkit was created to help you move from inspiration to implementation. It's a practical guide to auditing your time, aligning your calendar with your values, and building a life of greater presence and purpose. This is what we've been talking about so far over the last 4 episodes. 3 episodes, including this one. If you like a daily reminder to live intentionally, don't forget to check out the Learning, Doing, Progressing Bracelet, LDP. It's based on malachite, which is a stone of transformation, and Dalmatian jasper, which helps you in learning and having a sense of humor along the way, staying in the present. 3 simple words: learning, doing, progressing. 1 intentional way of living. Every glance on your wrist becomes a reminder to choose traction over distraction, purpose over busyness, and soul alignment over comparison. You can get both the Time Wealth Toolkit and the LDP bracelet using the links in the description. Because time wealth isn't something you listen to, it's something you live. Maybe the greatest cost of a distracted life isn't that we get less done, everyday heroes. It's that we become less present with God, less present with our families, less present with ourselves, less present for the very life we've been praying for. And if you are not present with all these people, all this, even yourself, yes, you are a person, like, who will do it? Who will prioritize it? So this week, don't try to eliminate every distraction. Just start by understanding it. Next time you find yourself reaching for your phone, pause. Ask yourself, no, I'll do it in 10 minutes. Just tell yourself, I'll do it in 10 minutes. Can I just do it in 10 minutes? And then ask yourself, what am I trying to escape? That one question, what am I trying to escape, might change more than another productivity system ever could. Because time wealth was never about managing minutes. It's about managing your attention. It's about becoming fully present for the life God has already entrusted to you. Because at the end of our lives, I don't believe we will regret the emails we didn't answer. We will regret the conversations we weren't fully present for. So this week, protect your attention, guard your presence, and remember, where your attention goes, your life follows. I'm Akinfemi Onodele, and this is the Akinfemi Onodele Show, TAOS. And until next time, everyday heroes, keep living intentionally, keep living holistically, and keep pursuing soul alignment, peace, and life's richest blessings.
Thanks for listening to the Akinfemi Onodele Show. Check out www.akinfemionodele.com for more info, articles, and ideas about how to boost your well-being.